Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the live stream. James with Team Finish Strong here this morning doing a virtual group ride. We do these on a fairly regular basis, and normally we do them in the real world, but last few weeks we've been doing them here on Zwift so that we can maintain social distancing, if you will, and also still getting a good workout on a Saturday morning. So welcome those of you who are tuning in. We're just about ready to do the Mountain 8 course. And so Mountain 8 goes over the Epic KOM all the way to the radio tower, comes back, and then for extra punishment, you go over the reverse Watopia KOM, I believe. Wasn't too sure on Zwift Insider. It wasn't clear. The maps actually had conflicting information, but I believe the one that is correct is the one that shows us going over the reverse KOM at the end. So got a little bit of a bang at the end. So save some matches for the last 5 minutes. If you're joining us on this meetup, how to join the meetup. If you want to join in on some of these rides, you can follow me on Strava. And about a couple of days prior to the ride, I'll post a link to our club event page, which is where you can actually RSVP. And you do need to RSVP, I should say. If you don't RSVP, then what happens is you may not get an invite in the Zwift Companion app. Unfortunately, the way meetups work in Zwift, you can't opt in to a meetup like you do a regular event. You have to be invited. So you do have to follow me also in the Zwift Companion app as well in order to receive that invite. So those are the two requirements. And if you are a regular on the group ride, you'll get an invite. If you RSVP on our club Strava page, you'll get an invite. And then I usually do about 50 others from my followers list every week, just in case I missed anybody. So that's how to join in. What's the goal of all of this? Well, the goal of these group rides is to get some climbing in over the summer. For those of you who are doing some big fondos like me, I've got a big fondo coming up that's got 8,000 feet of climbing. So I've got to really start working on that. And so good morning, Greg. Good morning. And I'll let you know, Greg, I do have my trainer on 100% difficulty today. So I will be feeling the full pain effect for as long as I can stand it. So we'll see. I guess about 25 to 30 minutes. Well, then you got the radio tower too. Radio tower, full 100%. Oh, we'll see. I don't know if I've ever done that before, Greg. I don't know what this thing's going to do to me. You might see me grind to a halt. I don't know how. I think trainers. Do trainers, if you just can't push the watts, will it just let you grind to a halt and you're just stuck, or will they ease up on you and let you get back up? Because once you lose the RPMs, it's kind of hard to get back up. Probably have to start going back downhill and then pull a U-turn, right? I don't know. We'll see. All right. Well, I'm going to join the meetup here in a couple minutes. Going to get another kilometer of flat land here before I have to warm up my legs for this climb. And so the climbs are gradually going to get more intense. Maybe not in terms of steepness. It'll stop you dead. Oh, great. Well, you may see that today. You may see that on that. What is it? 16%. I think it tops out at. I'm trying to remember. I don't think this trainer can go up to 16%. I think it'll go up to 14%. So maybe that'll be my saving grace. Probably not, but we'll see. Definitely be getting out of the saddle if I still have it on 100% by then. It's hard enough on 50% difficulty if I remember. But yeah. Not quite yet. I still got 2 more attempts to go. I don't think I'll get it in 23 seconds here. So not yet. I'll be joining up, Greg. I I think it's just you and me on the actual group ride. But those of you who are tuning in, if you want to join along, just jump on Zwift and plug in the Mountain 8 group. We'll be starting promptly at 9 o'clock. So hopefully over the course of the next several weeks, we'll be getting more elevation, which means the group rides will get longer. We'll have more climbing involved. We'll choose some longer routes. Maybe even finish with the Uber pretzel by the time we're all said and done. I don't know. It'll be some long days in the saddle, that's for sure. My goal is to train for this Fondo, and if things go well, both with the Fondo and with the training, then what I will probably do is I will probably try to take on something like the assaults. Maybe next year, who knows? Maybe next year is my year to do this assault on the Carolinas. I gotta see how things go this year. Last year I did a 69 miler with okay, we're good. Did a 69 miler. I want to keep pedaling actually. Sorry, Greg. I'll join you in just another minute. I want to keep pedaling here. I don't want my legs to get too soft here. I did a 69 miler, 6,000 meter climbing last year, and I decided to go back and review my stats from that ride, and I could see that my power just started slipping away the last hour and a half of that event. And partly due to the heat, it was hot that day. I was craving shade wherever I could find it on the road, but just a lot of climbing, So I don't know. I hope I have enough capacity to be able to do something this ambitious this year. We'll find out. If not, I'll end up getting turned around at the cutoff point and told to go do the 50 miler, which is a respectable ride. And those Fondos, they have great food and entertainment afterwards, so you don't miss out on anything for sure. All right. Well, I guess. Well, I'm almost here. One more tenth. One more tenth of a kilometer here. Then I'll join you, Greg. These hamstrings don't feel quite refreshed. You know that last race, Greg, that last race, that was right on the rivet the whole time. Couldn't have squeezed another watt out of me, I don't think. Good race, though. I enjoyed it. Probably need an extra day of rest. More than I've given myself for this thing, but we're going to try to keep it. It says 1.0 to 5.0, and that's not because I'm going to do 5.0. The idea here being is that because we got the rubber band on, we are going to be keeping together. So if you're an Ed Laverick, you are more than welcome to climb it at 6.0 watts per kilogram. Actually, no, I'm sorry. You got to limit to 5. That's what the group ride says. So, or maybe you could average. You could probably average to 5 at the end of all of it. I probably should choose a different bike, but I'm just going to stick with my trusty Tron bike. Well, Greg, are you out there on the course? Is that you? A couple meters up from me? Several meters up from me? I think that might be you. Looks like you. Anyhow, let me go ahead and get an overhead shot here. I don't think I can do it right now. Yeah, no, I can't. We're waiting. It's in meetup mode here. All right, well, we'll start here in about 45 seconds. Those of you who are tuning in and not participating, feel free to post your comments in the chat and questions. I'd be happy to answer those. We're going to try to keep it, I think, easy on the flats, and then it's going to be efforts on the climbs. All right. Yep, I see you, Greg. I see you up there. We'll get ready to roll out together here in just a minute. Well, actually, there's nothing stopping us. Well, actually, I was going to say there's nothing stopping me from starting. But I guess there is. I can't actually move until it says go. I could have been spinning. How about that? I thought I'd just roll away. Wow. I already completed the route, and I didn't even start. I got credit for it. That's a bug. All right, Greg. If you, I don't know if you started right at the outset here, so you're going to be up a little ways from me. Okay, I see you. You're leading us out. You're leading everybody out. I see. Okay, you're coming up. It's nice having that the designated green dots on the overhead. That is so helpful in terms of trying to find other riders. All right. Okay, Greg, we are here. So rubber band effect is in effect. I'm not exactly sure what net effect that has. If everybody slows down or speeds up to me, or the fastest person prevails, we'll see how this thing works. It might actually be annoying. I don't know. I've been avoiding it up till now, but I think on these longer efforts, for the sake of those who might want to join, it'd be easier to keep everybody together that way. All right. I hope I got enough gears today, Greg. I've got my Granny Gear cassette on, so I think I'm ready. All right, how you doing today, by the way, Greg? Hope this week finds you well. It's a Memorial Day weekend, so those of you who have Monday off, like myself, hopefully, I think I do. We usually do. It's kind of weird, you know, with the pandemic. You're already home. It's like, do holidays count? You know. For that matter, what's the difference between a weekday and a weekend, right? But no, thankful for it. All right, very good to hear. Good to hear. So I think we can we should be able to do our own efforts, and wherever we want, whenever we want. So you could do it. Probably could even do intervals, I imagine, and stay with the group. The only thing you can't do, I think, is stop pedaling. That's the only thing I think that this will not let you do. Wow, we are flying. What in the world? That must be a bug too. 44 kilometers an hour? Swift's got a little work to do here. We're going 46 kilometers an hour up that little grade. Greg, were you pushing 7 watts a kilo there? We're going to get this done quick if this thing keeps it up. Look at that. We are flying past everybody at 1.8, 1.9 watts a kilo. All right, maybe this thing will finally, I don't know. I don't want to cheat myself out of a workout. Yeah, this is too fast. When I was doing that race yesterday, I wasn't going this fast. Remember that race yesterday? We were flying on the flats, doing about 45, 46K. And here we are doing it in the warm-up part of this meetup. I don't know. I hope Zwift gets it figured out. You know, last time I had an issue with my Zwift setup, I had to basically throw out all my PRs. So I don't want to go through that again. Still don't know what my personal bests are. You know, I think I have a pretty good handle on my FTP these days because the number of races I've done. And I know my sprint power. But like my 1 minute power and my 5 minute power, I'm still not 100% sure what my capabilities are because my PR numbers are probably not right. But no way to delete them, as far as I know from Zwift. Yeah, we're still moving along. They are ushering us very quickly to this mountain. I was hoping that this rest period would be extended a little bit longer than it's going to be. Leg's going to have to get ready sooner than I thought. All right. We're still going. This thing hasn't slowed down yet. I'm gonna coast for just a second and see if I can break this. See if that slows us down to normal speed. With Greg, with you going along, I think I'm rubber banding off of you. So maybe it's your fault, Greg. Hey, why don't you ease up a little bit, Greg? Let's see if it's on your side. I don't know if that's even a thing. Like, how could it be one cyclist versus the other when there's an issue like this? That's weird. I thought we were going that way. So we're going up. We must be going up the KOM on the reverse side. That's why they call it Mountain 8, I guess. I'll tell you, that backside of the Epic KOM is so boring. There's nothing there. Nothing there to keep you motivated to hit the next target and the next target. Oh well. Someplace I haven't been. All right, we'll hit this around 2.5. As I downshift madly. Or 3.5, this is my training resistance. Let's try that. I'm going to have to use the little ring a lot today. We're still cruising. We're going almost 40K up that hill. What kind of watts does this thing think we're doing? It's like we're on e-bikes, Greg. All right, Zwift. You got some work to do. We're flying through the dirt at 46K. I'm sorry, Greg, if this cheats you out of some legit miles. My apologies. I was not expecting this to happen. So Zwift, just to let you guys know, if you keep tabs on the streams, this did not happen on the last 2 or 3 meetups. It only happened with the keep everyone together. So something involved with that. I will say it did decrease the trainer resistance, so I wish it did that. All right. There's our foe today, right there. All of it, right in front of us. Oh, you know what, Greg? This silly thing's probably going to make us go 35K up the mountain. No, we can't do that. No. Come on, let's see what happens here. Come on, slow us down. No. This is cheating me out of a workout. No. Hey, Greg, slow down just a little bit more. Let's see. Go down to my level if you can. Down around 2.0. Let's see if that. No, I guess not. We're still flying. Man. All right, well, if we're gonna fly, at least we should work for it, right, Greg? All right. Maybe it looks like it's finally going normal here. All right, I got to figure out a rhythm here. Yeah, superstars for a day, Greg. We are going to make everyone else mad though, because they can see our watts per kilo. And you know how climbers pride themselves on being able to go up faster than other folks. So we're going to dose out a little bit of humility today to some folks, I guess, while throwing our names in the dirt in the process. All right, so I'm going to try to hold 2.5. I think I've got enough gears, at least on these sections, to do it. Maybe even 3.0. I guess Swift must have been reading my mind about how much I want to get this over with because of how boring this particular side of the Epic KOM is. Let's at least get some views or something. Let's see here. Ah, 12%. But we're flying. I can't keep up 4 watts a kilo for 20 minutes. Who am I kidding? Gosh, this side must be a lot steeper too. All right. I may have done the kiss of death on me today with this Watopia 8. I can't do any less than 200 watts. No breather. No wonder we fly down this so fast normally. All right, here we go again. Gonna put some hurt on the legs today. All right. Must be hitting a flat spot. Hey, we might finally be, I hate to say it, Greg, but I think the bug is related to you. Because we're not really flying down this grade here. And you're going low on the, all right, back to this again. 10%. Well, what we lost on the downhill, we're making up on the uphill. Feel free to go as fast or slow as you want, Greg. Okay? You don't have to match my watts. I'm just trying to keep my wheels from coming to a stop here. It's really steep stuff. Man. I'm not going to be able to keep this up the whole thing. Maybe I'll do one more switchback to the next switchback and then I gotta drop it down. I'm in the red. Either that or I gotta learn to grind at a slower pace here. That's what I'll try to do. All right, time to catch coal at 4.7 watts a kilo. I'm just kidding. I know we can do it. Or actually, maybe Maybe our speed is finally correct. I think the bug finally fixed itself. Wonder how many meters it is to the top. 300? 300 meters? Or is it more than that? 500 meters? I think it's 500. We got still got a lot to do. Well, superstars no more. Now we're humans again. Stuck. There we go. I was in a sticky draft. These little flats are very welcome. Very welcome indeed. I'll have to use this feather. Well, we still got the radio tower to do. I'll save it for later. I don't even think we go through the KOM banner, do we? Not on the way up, at least. Here we go again. All the way down to the bottom. Come on. Look at that. That looks like a lot more than 9%. Whew. See, those whipped elevations are exaggerated. That's like a, what is that? 30%, maybe 20%, 20%, 20-degree angle. I don't know how percents work. That's pretty darn steep. Ah. 200 watts at 78 RPM is a lot harder. $200 meters, 300 go. One of these days, Greg, I got to figure out how to get Discord set up so we can have some ability to communicate on these group rides. I cannot type. Of course, I can barely talk too. Another flat spot, hopefully. Or is it just going to keep going? I think it's just going to keep going here. I wanted to do this as a tempo effort. Doesn't look like that's going to be possible on 100%. Yeah, I'll try to research it and see if I can figure it out. Or if any of you in the chat already know how, maybe you could give us some advice here. Oh, I gotta stand. All right. wonder how many of these switchbacks we got. Thank you. Oh. Hope those ride-ons don't weigh anything. This actually doesn't feel too bad. Doing some stand-up efforts. Thank you, Nick. I was hoping to get this ride done in about an hour 15, hour 30. I don't know. We'll see, Greg. I'll sit down with the next switchback here. Well, my knees are a little bit of a concern, Greg, because they're not the best. And being a sprinter, I already put a lot of strain on them during training. But I've got to strengthen my knees to some degree. Oh, this was that big one. So we get a little downhill here. This is the big bump. All right. We should be flying faster than this. There we go. Feels like we should be going about 40 or 50K. Oh well. I think to keep together steals watts, or at least it doesn't let you progress like you normally would. I didn't feel like I had any momentum coming up that other side at all. All right. But to more thoroughly answer your question, Greg, I'm trying to strengthen my knees for this this real world effort coming up later in the fall. So while I love the relief on the knees that spinning provides, I just can't be afforded that luxury in some of my training. So I'm going to try to do about 20 to 30 minutes of grinding out these low RPM efforts. Maybe for the radio tower portion, I'll stop and adjust it down, depending on how long it takes to get to the flat spot. If my knees start hurting me, though, of course I'll turn it down. So far, so good. All right. So you want 100% too, Greg? And you do this all the time, I think, right? Gotta hand it to you. Thank you. I will return the kudo if I can get to it. Nope. Can't find my mouse. Swift, I wish there was an easier way to do that. Like a single key. Like the letter K. And just hit the letter K, send a kudo back to the person that gave it to you. All right. Out of gears. We're getting closer though. We are getting closer. Oh, did we pick that bug back up again? I think we did. I think the bug has struck us again. .300 meters, 2 to go. Out of gears again. I think this is the last push, isn't it, Greg? Is this the last one? The top being right there? Is that the top in front of us? Had to hit 10% as I'm trying to do this. I think so. I think this is the top. All right. Greg, I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to try the radio tower portion at 100% and see how long I last before I tap out. Y'all can make bets in the chat. Will I last a minute? Probably have to stand the whole way. My RPMs keep getting lower and lower. Ugh. I guess we got about 4 more minutes of this. Oh, excuse me. Oh. I will use that feather. I've not forgotten about it. Well, I have to tell you, Greg, I'm doing better than I thought I would. I didn't think I'd be able to hold about 200 watts at 100%. So that's encouraging. Of course, now to make it more realistic, we got to turn our fans off and have the sun beat down on us, right? Sorry, triathlon. Didn't mean to do the sticky draft on you. All right, last turn. The end should almost be in sight. Well, halfway point. 2/3, I guess. Well, we're not getting to KOM today, Greg. In fact, I only was able to sneak that out once. Yeah, that's true. If this were really snow covered, we'd be probably enjoying that aspect of it. One time I was able to get the goat jersey. In all my years, I think everybody was out doing real world rides, and I was one of the few climbing that day. I don't think I kept it for long though. There we go. All right. Great, kudos for that. Now you're going to pull me the rest of the way, right? I'm going to sit back and do half a block, and you can pull me to the top. Is that a deal, Greg? All right, I'll do some more work. Oh. Oh. Here we go. See how much of a fight it has from the start. Starts out harder than the hardest part of the last climb. Oh, great. 13%. I'm going to do this for about a minute, and I'll stand for about a minute, which will hopefully get me over that steep spot. I think the turn is the steepest part, if I recall. I'll save my feather for there too. You're doing great, Greg. I guess technically, if my trainer can only do 14%, I think, then it shouldn't get much harder than this. I don't know. I know my trainer is doing a lot of work today. $400 meters. Wow. Still got 100 meters to go in this last little bit. That's depressing. As the real mountain goats pass us effortlessly. All right, I'll toughen up. I'll stop complaining. 14. Okay, sorry. Sorry, won't complain. Surprisingly, my legs are actually accepting the fact they've got to grind these watts out. All right, see the steep part. I think you are pulling me, Greg. You're doing more watts than me. Good job. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wish I could return the favor. All right. Getting ready here. I know it's wimping out to use a power-up. I'm going to do it. Come on. 14, 15. All right, here we go. Trying to get over this bad spot. We're almost there. Might as well spend myself a little bit here. Okay, right. Almost a break. Okay. That's enough. Your turn, Greg. Almost there. You're doing great, brother. When we get to the sign, I'm rested enough. I'm going to try to hold 250. See if I can do it. Get 250 to the top. Still looks like a long ways away. All right, here goes. That's a little too much. Oh well, I'll stick with it. There we go. Okay, that was legit, 100%. All right, great job, Greg. Hopefully we'll get some free speed going downhill. I'm going to try to freewheel. Hopefully it won't kick me out of the group. All right, freewheeling in 3, 2, 1. Well, actually, hold on. We got to get up to 57K. I just realized that. All right, now we can super tuck. Greg, I think I lost you, but hopefully we'll come back together here shortly. Yeah, you too, Greg. Good job. Hardest part's over. We just got one more climb to do at the end here. All right. Let's hit this little bump with some power and then get on down. 2, 1, 0. Oh. Okay. And then once we get up to 57K, we'll do another super tuck. I think we can super tuck on this. It won't let us go. Won't let us increase our speed. I think you got to pedal faster, Greg, in order for us to get up to 57. I don't know. I think we're stuck. Stuck, not quite going fast enough. Yeah, this is silly. We should be flying down this. It doesn't make sense at all. The rubber band is not working so good at all. Thank you, Bike Beast. I think it's a necessary evil, Greg, on these group rides, due to the differences in fitness that we might experience with folks on the ride. I don't know. Well, at least we're flying up the other side. We're making up for it. All right. It's got a couple more of these bumps to deal with. I'm not even motivated to pedal fast anymore down this thing. Well, we conquered the mountain at 100%. I guess what's next to conquer? Out to Swift? Not yet. Not doing that on 100%. Not yet. Maybe in a month. All right, here's another bump we can hit with some power. Almost killed me. Almost got me. %, is no joke. All right, that's it. No more. Getting some sprint practice in today too. See, that's how fast we should be going. We should be going that fast. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right. I'm turning the rubber band off, Greg. Not for this ride. I can't do that, but for future rides, let's try it without it and see how it goes. If we have to, we'll do we'll do regroup points for folks, like you would in the real world. I gave it one chance. Taking off the rubber band will sharpen our racing skills anyway. How to stay in the draft. This person doing half a wad of kilos is going to fly past us here in a second. See that? Look at that. Oh well. You live and you learn. I'm guessing the keep together is best used on the flats. I don't know. All right, so we are on the tail end of this ride. I'm thinking, I don't know, another 15 minutes. So this will be wrapped up. So we're actually ahead of schedule, it looks like. Trying to recuperate enough so we can knock out this reverse KOM nice and strong. So Greg, after this one's done, are you up for some longer, harder climbs? What do you usually have a taste for? I know I'm committed to these longer, harder efforts. So you're free to come along for the ride for as long as you want. And I guess if we don't do the keep together, you can always choose the length of the ride that you want, and then beg off at the time that you feel is appropriate, something like that. Because not everybody has 3 hours to kill on a Saturday morning. I usually don't, but I realize I gotta put the miles in. So gotta get it done. All right, level 37. Hey, is that Arrow helmet? I might give that a try. I've seen other people with it. It looks pretty cool. I think you're already on level 37, right, Greg? I forget what level you're on. You do a lot more miles than me. I know that. Or to put it a different way, is there a day of the week, Greg, that you're not on Zwift? I see you post rides every day. I gotta hand it to you. You are really, you really put the miles in. I'll tell you, my work is been really squeezing my time lately. But it's a necessary thing. I'm certainly thankful for the time, the work that we have, the fact that business is busy for us in the security industry. So it keeps food on the table. I'm thankful for that. If only I can make riding my bike my full-time job, right? I'd be in heaven. All right. There's definitely something different about the Zwift algorithm when you do the keep together, because it seems to be somewhat tied to the grade, and it does not. There's really no accelerations. You know, there's no accelerations at all. As soon as you hit a different percentage, it goes up. And then when you hit a different percentage, it immediately goes down, regardless of how much or how little you pedal. I don't know. Let me see. Is that going to make a difference? No. In fact, I'm slowing down. Okay. So, all right. Well, that's some of that. Now there's a Swift thing. All right, so let's see. My guess is when we cross the bridge and come down into the dirt section, we're just going to go straight up again. We're just going to go straight back up, I guess, into the golden arches, as they said on one Swift broadcast recently, and then up the reverse KOM, I think. And then we're done. I think. Don't hold me to it. We still got 10K to go, which looks like a lot. That's a lot of K for what we got left. Let me see here. I mean, the end is somewhere down there. Should be practically in sight. Although they've added a haze effect. That's interesting. They've added a haze effect to Zwift that it's actually probably a little more realistic. You used to be able to see forever. Now, out the Zwift is actually kind of out of sight anyway. But that's pretty interesting. Unless this just happens to be a foggy day in Zwift. The weather is a little hazy in Zwift today. Okay, so you do ride every day. Yeah, I kind of got that inkling. That is great. That is great. You know, I had if I could take the opportunity while we're waiting for this climb to come up, one of my team members asked a question recently. I think I'll go ahead and answer it here on the live stream. He asked, what can you do to get faster? And it's not an easy question to answer. And if you watch some of the other videos out there on YouTube, they're a little dodgy too, because there's different aspects to speed. You know, there's weight and then there's aero. So if you're climbing, right, then it's all about weight, pretty much. Aero is not as much of a component to it. You get more speed benefit by dropping weight, either off of you or off the bike, and it's a direct relationship. The percentage of weight that you lose as a factor of your total weight, bike and rider, is the percentage approximately that you'll go faster, from what I've seen in some tests that folks have done. So, having a light frame, maybe not carrying as much gear with you, choosing lighter components can help on the big climbs. Now, as far as going faster, and going faster uphill too, from a fitness standpoint, probably involves what we just did today. Letting yourself grind out the climbs instead of spinning them out, which is going to have more of a fitness effect on your legs. Your legs are going to break down a little bit more. They're going to have to adapt more, and they'll increase in strength. Now, for me as a sprinter, with a little bit more fast twitch, I think, than I've got slow twitch, what that means for me is I end up getting heavier a little bit. I gain a little bit of weight when I gain muscle strength. But if you do it enough, and if you do some endurance rides, some longer endurance rides, you can increase the efficiency of your muscles so that they don't bulk up as much and still maintain and still increase in the strength or the watts. So as far as watts is concerned, and this kind of applies to both aspects, both climbing as well as riding on the flats, and that is, what is your FTP, or what is your power, for the effort that you're trying to do. It's a 20-minute effort, an hour effort, 2-hour effort. You gear your training towards those efforts, and you want to increase your power. So if these are long efforts, fondos, then you need to get out there and do long rides to increase your endurance, your muscle endurance, so that you don't lose as much power on those long rides. But if you're doing crit racing, for example, where it's done and dusted in under 30 minutes, then you've really got to work on things like your FTP and maybe even like your VO2 max for those accelerations. But FTP, you've got to get faster on the flats and in normal racing environments that you see. You want to find out what your FTP is. Try a test. You can do some tests in Zwift. You can just go and hammer out, probably a couple of 20-minute steady state efforts. Throw out the first one and use the second one as your FTP. Or if you don't have that much time, you can take the first one, I think, do between 90 and 95% of that. And that's your FTP. And then once you've got that number, then you know what to train around. If you work on just below that level of power, you can work on your threshold, which will increase your body's tolerance to lactate. And that can help you improve your power gradually. And these changes do take time. Over the course of the last 4 years that I have been training, I've gone from about 160 watt FTP to about 225. So it's not a huge difference. But it's something that you typically can't do in a couple months. It's steady training over time. Unless you already have a base level of fitness, if you're a triathlete or runner, you do rowing or some other sport that has a good cross reference to cycling, then some of your training and your fitness you can bring with you. So that's kind of the basics. It gets more, I guess you could say, involved, or it's a little more complex in terms of how often you train at threshold, how often you do harder efforts like VO2 max efforts and sprints and stuff. How you combine that all together with the very important factor of recovery and rest to help your body make those adaptations. And that's how you do it. But you got to do it consistently. You can lose a bit, at least temporarily, a good bit of fitness if you even take 2 or 3 weeks off the bike for whatever reason. If you're going on vacation, that your fitness can take some backward steps, at least temporarily. Why my wife always wonders why I want to take the bike on our vacations. And that's why. That is why. All right, so Greg, I am still kind of cheating here, just soft pedaling. But once we get to the actual starting point of the reverse, I'll hit it. Oh, hey, we're fine. We're back to hero mode, Greg. We're back to hero mode. Do you see that? While everybody was flying past us on the downhill, now we're making up for it. I have no clue. Oh, we're going this way? I thought we were going over the reverse KOM. I have no idea. Okay, I'm lost. I thought Swift Insider said it was over the reverse KOM. Now, I'm showing to be wrong. I think we're going to do the S's and we're going to call it done. I knew one of the two maps was right, but I guessed wrong. Swift Insider's maps for the Mountain 8 course shows two conflicting reports of the route. So for all you folks out there, it's the top map. It's the top one. At least until it's not. Until I'm proved wrong here. All right. Well, I was saving some leg here for another climb. If I thought about it early enough, Greg, I could have carried you along on a little sprint here. But too late. Let's see what the top time on the sprint is. Would I have made it? If it was higher than 25 seconds, I could have done it. Let's see. No data. That's weird. Oh, because we're in a meetup. We're in a meetup. Well, does that mean I would have gotten a jersey? No, I guess not. Because I just got the fastest time on the meetup and I still didn't get it. So you can't get jerseys on meetups. That's interesting. Or if you can, you really don't know. You don't know how well you're gonna do it. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. Last effort. See, this is why I don't tack during races, and why sprinters generally don't like to attack during races, because your muscles get so fatigued after a sprint effort that it's hard to maintain any kind of watts for a good minute or two afterwards. Our muscles don't recover as quick. All right. About to close this one out, I think. Maybe. 1.2 kilometers, I think that means it's going to finish up at the bottom of this thing. All right. We had a great time today. Great time. Good hour and 10 minutes. That's really good. Enjoyed it, Greg. Appreciate you keeping me pushing forward here, especially on that on that radio tower, man. Oh. Didn't have to touch the difficulty either. All right. All right, Greg, we'll see you around as soon as this thing releases us in a half kilometer. I'll see you around. Have a great Saturday. Folks, those of you who tuned in, hey, appreciate you guys joining in. Don't hesitate to leave comments or questions. Be happy to answer those as I have breath. Come on, XP. Give me XP. All right, draft. All right. And there it is, the finish line. All right. All right, well, I'm glad to call this one done. I already got credit for the route at the beginning, so I'm all set. Greg, I'll see you around, man. All right, catch you guys on the next live stream. Have a wonderful weekend and a Memorial Day. And take care. God bless, as always, and finish strong. Take care.